Today we're going to be talking about Floyd Mayweather. This is someone who is being good in terms of boxing, so he made a lot of money throughout his boxing career. So apparently he made approximately $1.2 billion, which is a lot of money, and you would think that if you have made that amount of money, you will be set for life. I know, at least I would be set for life. So as much as Floyd Mayweather in the boxing ring, he's being known for that defensive ability where he uses his arm to keep you at an arm's distance so that he can be able to win with getting very minimum injury. That's how he was able to accumulate all those wins. So apparently, even though he's so good in terms of in the ring, so he didn't even take time to actually learn in terms of the most important skill in life, especially if you have 1.2 billion that you have to manage. He didn't even bother to learn in terms of financial activities or financial duty or money management as a whole. So Floyd Mayweather doesn't know in terms of how to deal with money, and there has been allegations, so let's just say allegations, since it's still not proven, that Floyd Mayweather may potentially be broke and he may potentially have blown all that money, the 1.2 billion. How? I've made another video explaining in terms of all the spending habits of Floyd Mayweather. I will link it in the description below. But to summarize it, we know that Floyd Mayweather, he likes spending big and he likes to be seen as the money guy. I mean, he has already put the whole persona that he's the money guy. He's so moneyed and he goes around with people. He travels on private jets. So what can go wrong, man? Let's get on with this video.
Long time. There's no doubt about this. The only person in denial is Floyd Mayweather. He don't know how much trouble he has got himself in.
Floyd Mayweather is currently facing felony charges for passing a bad check.
Oh my God.
Yes. So right now he faces
Floyd?
2 felony charges in Vegas over allegations that he wrote a bad check to purchase a watch from a luxury resale store. So the charges they actually came down in April, but he was just supposed to be in court Monday, but his attorney went for him. So the charge, he's being currently charged with theft for value over $100,000 or greater, and draw or pass a check with intent to defraud for value over $1,200 or greater. So what happened is back in December of 2024, there's a receipt that ESPN and prosecutors have obtained where Floyd went into a resale boutique and tried to purchase an AP. Now, when he purchased the AP, he used a check to purchase this. Now, the store owner, the place is called Golden Beyond, is saying that he had a long-term business relationship with Floyd before the alleged transaction. So when the check and everything was happening, like when the money didn't come through, he gave Floyd some time, almost about a year, to try and make good for this, and it didn't happen. So now the Clark County prosecutors have filed an initial complaint that happened back in April, and 3 days later they ordered Mayweather to appear in court in front of a judge. So that appearance happened Monday, but again, he wasn't there. His attorney was there. So now
there's just so many things we need to ask right now. Just so many. We're not even going to touch on how did you blow $1.2 billion? You made $1.2 billion with a B in your career. How did you blow through that? Now, some may say, Flakko, no, after taxes is $750. He ain't paid taxes. He got.
So things are looking bad for Floyd Mayweather. I mean, this guy has so many watches. I mean, why are you going around spending more money on watches? Because I've seen a video of him actually holding a briefcase full of expensive watches. I mean, what more watches do you need, man? Like, I don't have a lot of watches. It's not an expensive watch. I have this watch. I have a smartwatch. I think I only have 2 watches. I mean, how many watches do you need to actually see time? Even if you are flexing on people, you just need maybe 1 or 2 expensive watches. Apparently, Floyd Mayweather didn't get the memo. Well, that's why he's busy giving people a bad check. And you are given even a year to pay, and you cannot pay, and you call yourself Money Mayweather. I think it's time to change your name, my guy. I think it's time to change your name. Just change your name back to Floyd and remove the money and just say Mayweather. I mean, it's gonna sound weird, but that's how it's supposed to be, man.
Got an IRS lien on his property. He didn't pay taxes. Okay, let's just assume he paid taxes then. He didn't pay it now. That's why he owed. How do you run through $750 million? And that's not even the most pressing question. That's like beating a dead horse. He blew it. He's money made. the most obvious question here is, why are you buying a watch that costs $200,000 if you're broke? If you got no money, if your checks are declining, if your checks is bouncing, if you don't got the money in the account, why is purchasing a $200,000 watch your priority? I don't understand this at all, yo. This mindset that Floyd has, I just can't relate. I don't know. Maybe it's because I had a father in my life. Maybe it's because God born me with common. I can't begin to understand this mindset.
You'll never understand the mindset because Floyd apparently doesn't manage his own money. He actually have people, the same people that is going around busy suing because they've been taking money from him because he doesn't want to learn to manage his money. You need to sit down with a computer and open your accounts and actually see what's in your bank, whether in physical money or stocks, whatever. Then you know in terms of, this is my net worth, and because I'm no longer boxing, this is how much I'm supposed to be spending. And you can see that I'm spending maybe this much, I'm spending too much on bouncers, I'm spending too much on a private jet. What can I do to actually lower the cost? But for Floyd, that doesn't exist. He has this whole persona, I don't know if he thinks that money just falls out of nowhere, but I guess if you have made so much money like him throughout his career, you can actually afford to not manage your own money. But that's a big risk, especially now he's actually seeing in terms of the outcome of that, of not managing your own money and not learning simple financial literacy, man.
I got nothing. I'm already having money troubles. My investments ain't play out how I thought it's playing out. I'm waking up with financial troubles on my mind, and I think, let me go buy a $200,000 watch. That's what I'm going to do with the little money I got left. But wait, you didn't have it. So the check bounced. Now, Floyd isn't taking it seriously, which worries me, because he better go ask Sean Kingston, or Sean Kingston mama, who's currently doing 5 years in prison along with Sean Kingston. What writing bad checks is going to get you? See, Floyd and like these celebrities are operating under the assumption, oh, this is a civil matter. Oh, these charges ain't going to stay. Nah, it's not a civil matter, bruh. You wrote a bad check for $200,000. That is felony. That's felonious. Now, I don't know who this jeweler is. Well, we know his name, but again, I don't buy studded out watches. Like I have my watch guy that I work with. I really don't go to no popular jewelers to shop. No, I have my own watch guy. But if I'm a watch guy and I'm a jeweler and I see Floyd Mayweather coming in with a check, you better get that check out my face, bro.
In terms of Floyd Money Mayweather, I feel like this guy is going through a lot financially. I think what I would do if I was him, in terms of seeing that now I'm actually struggling financially, what I would do, I would actually go back to the drawing board. Like I said, he needs to sit down with a computer. I know he has kids, but I don't know how old his kids are, but I'm not sure if Floyd Money Mayweather is married. But if he is, even if he's not, he needs to go and sit down with someone that he can trust, a financial advisor, and say, dude, or even if it's a woman, it's fine, it doesn't matter who it is. He needs to go and sit down and tell them that, guys, I need help. I don't even know where my money is going. All I know is that I am not as moneyed as I think. I need help. Please help me so that I can actually see in terms of how much I have in my accounts. Help me so that I can see that this is how much I can be able to spend potentially for the rest of my month, my life, every month, that I can spend maybe $50,000. It's a lot. But for Floyd, I'm sure it's small. But this is how much you can potentially spend. Okay, you have this many people. You have maybe 3 or 10 private chefs. Just get one private chef. I mean, how many times do you eat per day? You have this many entourage that you're always traveling with. Just have this many people. You have this many cars, very expensive cars. Why not sell these cars and get left maybe with 5 or 2, whatever, man? I think, especially for people who have money, I don't think once you have so much money actually matters in terms of how many things you have. I mean, people know that you have expensive cars. I mean, what do you need? Maybe 10 to 15 cars. I don't know who you're trying to prove to. I think when it reaches that point, it doesn't matter anymore. Just try ways now to actually recuperate money. Let's say you can recuperate maybe $30 million, just for example. That's a lot of money. You can actually take that money and make good financial investments, and you invest your money in stocks, whatever, things that are actually going to be paying in dividends, whether in a monthly or yearly or 6 months, whatever, things that are actually going to be paying money, even though the money is there, but the money is going to be growing in value. I think that's the only way in terms of how Floyd can actually revamp himself. Like, we have a lot of people, like, for example, if we take 50 Cent, he made a lot of money when he was singing, and also from the Coca-Cola deal. But what he did, he realized that the career in terms of singing is over. How can I revamp myself to actually be able to have another career? So that's how he started this whole acting, the whole power thing. So he's actually making money. So he has his own studio now, and he can actually employ other people. And Floyd, because of the money that he had, he didn't need to do all of that, but he needed to know in terms of how to manage his money. I think that's a bad thing in terms of what Floyd is going through, man. It's bad, but as a whole, it's a lesson that everybody has to learn in terms of dealing with money.
Before I know he has money issues, man, Floyd Money made the man who walks around with $10 million in cash, the man who was flushing $100,000 down the toilet. You come to my stat. So every other time you Money Mayweather, every other time you Floyd Money May, you pretty boy Money Floyd. Any other time you got a million in cash in a briefcase, you got 10 million on a private jet, and the one time you choose to walk around with a checkbook is my establishment, get out of my face, bruh. We not even playing those games, bruh. I would have known, man, we not playing those games, bruh. You walk around with $1 million any other time, but when it's come to purchase a $200,000 watch from me, all of a sudden, the one time you don't got $1 million cash on you, you want to purchase my watch for $200,000 with a check, man, bro, get out my face, bro. I'm not hearing that at all. If you look at these numbers he's facing, is crazy. So he's charged with 1 count of fraud and 1 count of felony theft. For the fraud charge, up to 4 years in prison, plus the restitution, the $200,000. The felony theft is the real one. He's facing up to 20 years in prison if he's found guilty. Floyd, this is just, wow. You are cooked. It is not even like this is something he could fight. Now, if this was something where it's okay, he got caught up for murdering somebody and it's not caught on camera, there's maybe a 60-40% chance you get off. But with this, bro, you wrote the bad check. You in 4K writing the bad check. You try to cash the check you gave him. The check bounced. How can you talk your way out this situation? And the thing is, too, the dude apparently, Mark Cook, he gave Floyd several chances to pay. Now, Floyd's lawyer came and says that Floyd had absolutely no intent to defraud, that he had a long business relationship with the store's owner before and after the alleged transaction, and that Gold and Beyond's owner decided to take the claim to Clark County District Attorney instead of filing a civil claim to resolve the dispute. This is dusty activities, bro. I hate people like Floyd. This is just dusty activities. First off, you know you owe me the money. You got my product. You got my $200,000 watch. You know you owe me the money for the watch. I didn't just give you the watch for free. You wrote a bad.
You know what's the worst part? Floyd is someone who's never gonna admit that he's actually broke. Cause if I were him, I would either go back to the original jewelry person or someone else and try to sell that watch and just see how much I can get, and go back to the guy and tell him, no, dude, I don't have the money, but this is how much I have, and whatever remaining, we can have some sort of written agreement to say that I can give you when, I'm going to sort out my financial things, I'm going to sell what. I mean, Floyd has so many watches, unless if all those watches are fake, you can just take maybe 3 watches or whatever, or 1 watch, and tell him, here's a watch. This one I bought it by this much. If that guy can check and the watch is authentic, maybe he can use that as collateral damage until you pay the man. I mean, to allow it to reach this point. And the other thing is that once a check bounces, it means that your account is empty, my guy. It means you don't have 250,000 in whatever account where you signed the check. Now you're trying to go around defrauding people. It's like what Flakko said, the whole Sean Kingston thing. I don't know if anyone had followed it. That guy is broke, man. Him and the mother would go around buying things and promising to pay and never go around paying. It seems like Floyd Mayweather is actually starting a similar scheme. Yeah, it's not even a scheme, it's a scam at this point.
Why will we need to settle this civilly? Why would it not go to the police? See, this is how they operate. This is how these people are absolute crooks. See, they're relying on somebody filing a lawsuit and that person not wanting to have to pay $150,000, $200,000 to sue Floyd, and then Floyd drag it out in court. They get bad press. Floyd tells all of his friends not to shop with them. They pay about $100K in attorney fees, right? Like, so Floyd is hoping that it becomes way more trouble than it's worth. I'm so confused here. Why do you want to handle this civilly? Why do you want me to go to civil court when you know you owe me? Pay me my money. This happened in 2024. We're in 2026. You clearly had no intent on paying me my money. Or give me back my watch.
I think Floyd is broke. That's why he actually wants this thing to be filed in civil court. Floyd doesn't have the money. He's also afraid of lawyer fees. He's actually calculating that, you know what, I'm actually also gonna spend so much. That's why, like, what can it be? He actually told the lawyer that, you know what, I actually want these things to be resolved as much as possible, but I don't want to go to jail, so it should have been a civil matter. Hey man, in terms of Flakko, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. If you want to see more, you can go to his channel. But in terms of Floyd Mayweather, man, this is zesty, man. This is zesty, man. Like, you are the guy who is known for having the money, man. I think Floyd needs to surround himself with actually better people who actually can offer him better advice in terms of how to deal with this man. He doesn't have, I feel like the people that he's surrounded with, they don't love him. They don't love him. There's no one who's actually going through to the ear and be like, Floyd, please don't spend this much. You don't need this. You actually have 40 other watches, man. Dude, why do you want another watch? Who are you trying to impress? You have a watch potentially maybe that cost 4 million. Why do you need a watch that costs 250,000? Like, even if you meet a girl, there is no girl who's actually gonna say, oh, Floyd, you're wearing a cheap watch, because they know that you have a lot of expensive watches, man. Yeah, I think this is a lesson to all of us that when you have money, you have to surround yourself with good people, and you also have to learn financial literacy, because otherwise you're gonna lose money. Of course, potentially Floyd didn't learn all these things. So guys, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe this video so that we can grow this channel. I'm out.